Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to give it a minute for Facebook to build an audience. I just want to talk about how perfection is not required for you to live your best life. And this is going to be a reminder that you are more than a conqueror. You are more than a conqueror. So I'll give it a minute here. And I have my MacBook over here just in case you guys have any questions this morning. I'm about to do my workout and so let me see if I can turn this a little bit so you can see me. Hopefully you can see me really well. All right, so I want to talk about when you completely go off track. When you go off track, it happens to all of us. And I am holding a can of Pringles. Yeah, you see? And on here it says that 15 chips equal a serving. Well, da-da! Empty, empty. I'm sharing this because I come on here and I post my protein shakes, I post my kale chips, I post about my Himalayan salt, I post about my workouts, I post about how this is the year that I'm retiring weight and how I have this great group of amazing women that I'm coaching. I come on here and I post all of that, and the danger in posting that is that I never want to come across like this is just a straight line. You know, I get people, they'll inbox me and they'll say, Cledra, I blew it. I went off track. I ate whatever. I had the whole whatever. And I wanted to, just in full transparency, talk about that this morning because it's not so much the what you had. Is this a part of my program? Absolutely not. But this is what I want to offer you. Compassion is so important on your journey. You're never going to be able to hate your way into a better life, whether that's a better body, a better business, better relationships. You have to, first of all, offer yourself compassion. And then the second thing, and this is exactly what I coach, you have to get curious. Instead of having a spirit of condemnation, hold on, my allergies are acting up. Instead of having a spirit of condemnation about, if you define it as going off track, I actually don't. Get curious about what actually happened. I actually had a very, very stressful day yesterday. And so it's not an excuse, but it's something to get curious about. And I want to specifically come on here and share that I had all of these to say that, you know what, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change my belief that I can reach my goals. And I want to offer that to you, that if you have had a whole something, a whole can, a whole bag, a whole box, a whole pie, whatever your whole may be that you didn't intend to have, first have compassion. The things that I was wrestling with yesterday were really heavy, and I'm not going into that because this is less about my specific story and more about, I hope you see yourself in my story. So offer yourself compassion. There aren't any perfect people, and perfection is not a prerequisite for you to live your best life. That's your best body, your best business, your best relationships. Perfection is not a requirement. And sometimes I'm really frustrated by the highlight reel on Facebook and even by the highlight reels of some of my colleagues in coaching, just not having that degree of transparency to say that, you know what, it's not always perfect. So the second step after you offer yourself compassion and you get curious, is not allowing any action that you take or any action that situation that happens in your life to change your belief that you are more than a conqueror. The only thing that can change that belief is you. It's you giving the meaning to something that has happened to be that it must mean that you aren't capable. And it's simply not true. I want you to see it as an opportunity as opposed to a reason to pick up a bat and beat yourself because you didn't, complete your plan on a specific day like you thought. Someone says, check your post is not running. Let me see. Check your post. Let me see. Can you guys not hear me? Let's see. Someone let me know. I'm on both pages. Let me see if you can hear me here. Okay, maybe you can hear me. Someone says, yes, forgive yourself, pick yourself up, and continue toward the mark. I'm not sure about the private message. Check your post is not working. So hopefully you guys can hear me. So anyway, my point is, and this is something I coach, it's what I live, and it's why I'm coming on here, because I don't want you to ever think, oh, okay, someone says I can hear you fine. Okay, so not sure why I got that message that checked something that is not flowing. So anyway, I wanted to share because I'm taking you guys on this journey with me as I release the weight that I had, that I regained. I want you to see that it's possible for you too, to have an imperfect journey that is still amazing, that still includes you looking amazing, still includes you going after everything you want, and that you don't have to have a lot of your life minutes wrapped up into, why did I just do that? Why did I, have the whole thing of Pringles? Why did I not choose that? The thing is, being curious isn't about being condemning. It's about looking at, where was your heart space? What was really going on the inside? Because at the root, when we overeat, and if you're someone who has wrestled with emotional eating like I have for many years, at the root of it, what we're looking for in those moments is comfort. We're looking for comfort. And if you have a habitual pattern of comforting yourself with food, or comforting yourself with spending money, comforting yourself with calling that guy that you shouldn't call, comforting yourself with shopping. People have different methods of comforting themselves that may not be healthy. And so if you can look at it that way, through that lens, with compassion, then it'll help you get to the root of, okay, how could I have provided comfort for myself in a way that would not have compromised the goals that I want? And then move on. I don't want to make this too long. Just move on. Move on, knowing and trusting and believing that you are more than a conqueror through Christ, that you can do all things. And so I hope you'll join me in hitting reset. You have a choice in every moment to rewrite your story about that moment. It's a decision that you can make for your life, to have compassion, get curious, and then know with everything in you that you are more than a conqueror. If you're with me, I want you to say, I am with you, and you are determined to rewrite your story in this moment, regardless of what has happened. There's still so much reason to have hope about you reaching your goals. All right. God bless and have a wonderful day. Tony says, I hear you. Such a good word. Form new habits. Absolutely. It's a little deeper than, it's new habits. It's also a new way of thinking, which is primarily the root of my work, is teaching you how to navigate the landmines, literally in the mind, that so many people get trapped in and stuck in. And that's when the overwhelm comes. That's when the sadness comes. But anyway, I don't want to go into all of that. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. Give me some feedback. Let me know. Let's be open and honest about our journey. Is there something that you had that you're like, wow, I had way too much of that. I should not have had that. But you're willing to extend the olive branch of love to yourself and to your heart, and to rewrite your story again in this moment. All right, take care. Bye.